Good morning. It is currently 8 a.m. This is probably the earliest that I've started to record on a day that isn't a commentary day. So let's start a nice day today with a DifferentFight. Although I don't know what time it is for you when you're watching this. Anyway, this will be a coffee and chill Metalborg session today, as we'll be starting out the DifferentFights for set 19. I do have a few that I've been testing a fair bit. I've been playing a lot of Metalborgs, Bluish, and Revengers. I haven't really touched OTT and DI, but I've played against DI a few times, but not really OTT that much. The decks feel okay, but I'll get to them towards the end, you know, as usual, just because they're not as hype in my opinion. But of course, I gotta show you Metalborgs. Of course, there is two different variants that I've shown in my day one decks as well. There's the pure variant that you see here with Neve as the character, and then there's the again like hybrid with Daikaiser. I won't be focusing on this one too much because it feels a little bit too slow in Zero, unfortunately. But the pure version actually feels kind of decent. You're basically playing a somewhat control-y deck that can basically, like, you know, retire a bunch of your opponent's cards, draw a bunch of cards, and things like that. And you also get to like fill it up the drop zone pretty consistently in this build, which you cannot in the other one. So I guess let's start with the main grade 3s. First things first, we have Mr. Sinbuster. So he legions with Urbuster, and his skill basically says when he attacks the Vanguard, if you're in Legion state, and if his power is 30k or higher, including boost, then for that battle, when your opponent would call a Sentinel, they have to randomly discard a grade 3 from their hand to do so. If they cannot, then they cannot Sentinel. So it's basically a glory skill, which is, of course, you know, to be expected, how they would convert it to 0. And then when he attacks the Vanguard, if his power is 20k or higher, including boost, you draw 1. What's nice about that second skill is that you don't actually have to be in Legion for it, so sometimes you can just like ride up and just like power yourself up by like one skill and get an extra draw, which is pretty good. And then we have the other Legion, which is the Dryon. So he legions with the Lionetter, and when he attacks, if he's in Legion state and his power is 30k or higher, including boost, for that battle gains a crit and the following ability. When his attack hits, you can choose an opponent's rear guard and retire it. So this one is kind of like our good early Legion. Like, you basically choose which Legion you go to depending on the matchup sometimes, but also depending on what you want to do. If you want to push damage, because basically like you can use Dryon to push your opponent to 5 and then go into Sinbuster to use that guard restrict to kind of like finish them off or like, you know, push for game. But of course, you know, you lose out on the extra draw because this guy doesn't have it. His second skill is just when he attacks the Vanguard, if you have another unit in the middle column, gain 3k power. So it's, you know, you're kind of making a trade-off and thinking which one you want, and then you're gonna actually pick which one you want thanks to the Vanguard, who says Count +1, Soul Boss 1, search your deck for a card with the Legion ability and write into it, and then give that unit plus 3k power. So you basically get to search out either Sinbuster or the Dryon, and basically like depending on the situation. And then his rearguard circle skill is if your Vanguard is a Metalborg, Soul Boss 1 to give him 2k. This Soul Boss 1 is in once per turn, so you can blast through your entire soul, fill up your drop zone, and Legion it back, which is really cool. And so we have him as a heal basically. So let's look at the Legion mates. We have Urbuster. When you Legion on rearguard circle for that turn, your Vanguard gains plus 4k in the following ability. When it attacks the Vanguard, you retire an opponent's rearguard. So if you have 2 of these on the board when you perform Legion, you now retire 2 of the opponent's rears. So usually it's like, because there's a lot of golds and shadows in the ladder right now, you kill stuff like Dorans and stuff. It's quite good actually. Then the other Legion mate is of course just the, sorry, not this one. This one is just 12k attacker. Nothing too crazy here, just 12k attacker if you have a Metalborg Vanguard. So keep in mind if you sit on Daikaiser, you will not have this power up. And then we have, well, speaking of power-ups, the Russell Blizzard. So when placed on rearguard circle, count +1, and for that turn give your Vanguard plus 4k, and if it's in Legion state, give it another plus 4k. So this is nice because it enables this to reach 20k without legioning, and also of course gives 8k power to hit those 30k thresholds as well. 110k vanilla, because I don't really know what else to really play here. I think it's fine as it is. Old PGs, because we don't care about Limit Break in this deck. It's not a Daikaiser themed deck, even though we do have one Daikaiser in it as our 13th grade 3, but we don't care about Limit Break. We don't really need Count Boss much either in this deck, so old PGs are definitely the way to go. This card is pretty insane. This is the Yunbot. When placed on rearguard circle, if your Vanguard is a Metalborg, Count Boss 1, and give your Vanguard the following skill. When it attacks, when the attack hits the opponent's Vanguard, you draw 1, and if you're in Legion state, countercharge 1. That's really cool. You basically refund the cost for a draw 1, but you can also play this down on like turn 1 or turn 2 when your Vanguard would hit to draw an extra card. Like Count +1 to draw 1 is still a good conversion, so I really like that. Then we play some of the Mist Ghosts. On plays Count +1, give Vanguard plus 4k. If it's in Legion state, give another 4k. This was a big, like, super important card back in the TCG because you would try to reach like crazy amounts of power, like 70k, you know, because of how the TCG works. In Zero, you can stop at 30. It really doesn't matter. Like, you don't need to go beyond that. I still play 2 Laurels because because I think Laurel is nice because you can, for example, you know, reuse abilities like this, reuse like draw 2 and countercharge 2 from this effect, for example. So there's a lot of cool on attacks, and because the Legion power is so huge, you tend to hit even if your opponent, like, if you hit with a Dryon, your opponent checks 2 defensives, goes to 31, you still hit with a restand from Laurel because this is like 33 base, you know, from just like, you know, powering up and stuff. And then the starter is the resist one, the Loco Battler. Put him into the Soul to give a Vanguard plus 4k, if it's in Legion state, give another 4k. So I think it's the like least worst one, but that being said, this deck is fun, and I think it's like a pretty decent tier 2 deck, but I don't know, my experience with it is very like mixed. There are some days where I do great and can climb consistently, and there are some days where, like, I was once streaming and I played 5 games and I literally like only won one of them and just kind of got like destroyed by everything, including stuff like Enigman. Enigman is actually pretty interesting now because you can play Enigman and use the power-ups to like push your opponent to 5 and then go into Urbuster without having to rely on Legion, which is pretty interesting. So we've seen kind of like a resurgence of Enigman, which is pretty nice, but anyway, let's actually get into some games and play around with this deck a little bit. I personally do enjoy it quite a lot. I think it's fairly fun, so let's just see how it goes. All right, we found ourselves a match against Golds. Of course, like I said, Golds are very common right now. Bluish Flames are really popular. They will be the next deck and fight I do. I think my plan right now is this one, then Bluish Flames, and then Revengers, so that'll be the order we go in. Going first, Dryon is fine. Metalborg, like, Sinbuster is quite good at going first as well because you get the extra draw. From reaching 20k is really easy, by the way, so that's another pretty like strong part of it. He runs the starter. I think Wingo Liberator is still the better starter for Bluish Flames personally, because like teching out your BBL is just really important. So I think this starter is okay. It basically lets you like what, put it to Soul, draw 1, discard 1, so you fill up your drop zone for Legion. But I don't know. I think it's not that good. Not that good. All right, so he goes into the Doring Clone. And then Schwangs with the Sagramore too. Damn, my man is like super turbo Legion here. That's interesting. Discarding heals, okay. I gotta not forget to drink my coffee as well. We don't need to push here. Generally, like if you push, they're just gonna like get their blaster blades and stuff. So no point in doing that. We just kind of take it slow here. Just gonna take it slow. Sorry, I'm recording so early in the morning that my voice is still like booting up. So takes a little bit. Alright, so Fallon looks like a pretty slow turn. So here you see like he turns off his own ability to search BBL out, which is a huge threat for matchups like this because you don't have any like outside of the starter, you don't have resist, you know, so it kind of hurts. Healing out a PG is very good. Definitely happy to have that right now. Oh my god, he has all the heals. Jesus Christ, my man opened all the zeniths. I mean, it'd be like that sometimes, right? It'd be like that sometimes. Yeah, go into this. So here we're kind of missing the Valangrator to start soul blasting things out, so I think I'm going to start to play a little bit more aggressively. I guess we can play this down. We already have the Mist Ghost in hand, so we can just push like this. I will deny my own heal, but it's okay. I'm not too upset by that. Alright, he hits an Aglovale there. We swang, 12k attacker, followed by a nothing. We are missing some early triggers, which kind of hurts, because if you don't hit any early triggers, it's a bit harder to fill up your drop zone. Because then you're really relying on drawing into your Valangrator, because Valangrator will basically open up that ability, just like Soul Blast out your entire soul, and fill up your drop zone like that, which is good if we had it, which we don't. Which we don't. Alright, so let's see, my opponent dropped 2 Zeniths already, so I'm assuming he's gonna go into like, I mean he doesn't have the drop zone for it, so that's like minus himself a little bit, which is, no, he can actually use this, and he'll have 3 cards in drop now, and he's like 1 more. Okay, Josephus is fine. Josephus is fine. Alright, I guess he's gonna see what he gets off of this Aglovale. Let's see. If he gets Josephus, that's pretty hot. That's pretty huge if he does. And, you know, huge for me if he doesn't. Because it lets him Soul Blast 1 and empty out the soul. Otherwise, I think he might just overcall, to be honest. BBL, is it gonna pop? I guess you could go for the pop. Oh, he's not gonna. Oh, he's not even going for Legion yet, either. I guess that's fine. Like, I'm also in that weird state where I'm like, I kind of don't need Legion yet. Alright, the draw is good. Not a Valangrator, though. Not a Valangrator, though. Alright, discarding Garmors. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, Dimension Beast also has that, like, filter card, but it just doesn't... It feels awkward to fit in. Like, there's really not much space for it, unfortunately. Valangrator? No, Sinbuster. I think this turn we forego... I think we forego the Legion for this turn as well. And just kind of like, I have 2 BGs, so I think I'm fine whatever he throws at me. He has 3 cards in hand. If we push him to 4, I think we'll be okay. Like, that's kind of the big issue, is that I find myself overcommitting sometimes just to like fill up that drop zone for Legion, which is really not worth it at times. So I think we just take it a bit slow here, call down the Sin Buster, and just like poke. Like, just poke, push him to 4, not really worry about it. Maybe we check a draw or something. We have 2 PG, so we're pretty safe, I think, in the long run. But again, this is like the situation where if we had sat on Sin Buster from early on, this would have been a bit different, right? It would have been like, you know, would have been drawing extra cards and stuff like that. But it's okay. It's actually quite okay. Nothing to worry too much about. Alright. Gotta not forget to sip on my coffee. It's kind of nice. I haven't recorded a video while having coffee in a while. It's been a hot minute. Been a hot minute, but you know, I woke up this morning at like 6:30. I've been waking up really early in general. I think BSFO because I had to wake up so early for commentary at like 2 a.m. every weekend. I would like wake up at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. depending on the schedule of the commentary, and then I would go to sleep around like, on a Saturday I try to go to sleep like 7 or 8, and on the Sunday would usually knock out at around 10, and then that's like kind of like skip schedule of like 10 to 6 just kind of stuck ever since BSFO, which is good. I really like 10 to 6. It's very nice because like waking up at 6, it feels like you have so much bonus time, whereas like past 10 p.m. all I'm really doing is like either editing videos on a good day or otherwise I'm basically just playing games, you know, playing like Guilty Gear. You know, I kind of want to play Genshin again. I haven't played Genshin in a couple months, but I like opened up my account, made a 10 roll when Eula was on, pulled her, and I was like, alright, I gotta play this game again. I gotta play this game again. Alright, but my opponent here definitely is also playing games, not choosing to use BBL. That's surprising. I guess he doesn't have a good attacker, but yeah, okay, if it's Aglavale, I guess I kind of get it. Yeah, because then, no, even then, he could have popped that attack with Aglavale, attack with BBL, attack with Vanguard. He would have been able to push more damage than normal. Yeah, see, it would have paid off. Would have actually paid off. Kind of interesting why he didn't do that, but I mean, whatever. He filtered one card, so I'm assuming he has like maximum 1 PG in hand. He gets a heal, he put back a lot just now, so I'm not too surprised there. Definitely pretty expected, let's say. Alright, he's not filtering now, so I'm assuming he has like 2 PGs in hand or something. Alright, Valengrator might come in handy later, but we don't need it for now. It's also a good way to like filter out your triggers from rewriting and stuff. Alright, so I think we just go like this. Double Urbuster. We're going to clear out his entire board this turn, so that's quite good. Let's Legion. Alright. He does have a line. He does have a line for Dryon. Alright, hopefully we can go into like Sin Buster to finish this game off or something. Alright, we're already at 30k, so we don't need to use any skills or call any extra cards. We just kind of go like this, and we'll be able to use Sin Buster later on, so we're good. This also gains plus 3k if you have another unit in the middle column, so this will be 36, so that's quite good. And then we can basically pop the 2 things in the back there, and I think from hitting we'll be able to pop everything. Which is kind of cool to think about, you know? He has like very few cards in hand, he's going to get pushed to 5, and then I can just go into Sin Buster next turn and Legion up. There we go. Alright, another Valengrator, that's okay. That's okay actually. Alright, that's 2 heals and drop. I will definitely take that. Alright, so yeah, that hits, and then the skill will let me actually, he heals, but that's actually quite okay. Because it's not a draw, which means like now I've popped every single card on his board. That's kind of why people are saying like Metalborgs are kind of like a control-y deck right now. Because of like the level of, you know, just retire that you have. Even against golds, which plus, you know, left and right, you know, superior call at everything. They still need to like, you know, they still need Aglavales to start the superior calls, or Star Reigns, or Percival's, or Providence Core. Like, they do have a lot of ways to do it, but in this situation, like, I'm assuming my opponent's hand is a PG, maybe 2? Could be 2 PGs, I'm not sure if he drive checked one earlier. And like, I don't know, a grade 1, a grade 2, maybe a Blaster Blade or something, right? Not expecting too much. Ooh, okay, so he saw me retire all that stuff and was like, nah. And also he saw me, you know, kill his entire board, and he was like, alright, Garmor is going to be the answer. That's actually a good call. Good call on my opponent's part. Sagamore, Zenith, that gets him a grade 2. Garmor, 5 more grade 2s, please. More, so don't find grade 2s, sorry. 5 more grade 3s. 5 more grade 3s. He seems stuck. What is he stuck on? Let's find out. What is our man stuck on? Okay, Star Rain, followed by PG. That's got a few intercepts, actually. I need to stick to Dryon then. Just because I don't, you know, I don't have a way to close out game otherwise. Alright, our man is... I mean, he can basically do that again, though. Garmor is an act. That's kind of the annoying thing. It's an act and he can do that again, so... But if he keeps calling his entire deck, he'll just deck out eventually, so... With 2 PGs in hand and, like, he's not pushing any crit damage this turn, I think I'm okay. I think I'm quite okay, actually. Alright, so we have Missed Ghost this turn as well, which is pretty good that we kept that for a while. Oh, he hits that, huh? I guess we'll again, but the game plan doesn't change. I still want to push him to 5, and then end it all with Sin Buster. Oh, he's gonna use Sagromore here. I mean, he's gonna literally just use Garmor again next turn. Like, that's kind of obvious here. I'm gonna stick to this as well. It's gonna call this down. +8. You know, this is the same thing over and over again, essentially. Nothing too special. I'll call this down as bait to make him attack into it. See if he does. What did I ride this turn, this game? Nothing too important, so I guess it's fine. Alright, so the thing is that Garmor only protects, like, the rearguards that are Liberators. That Sagromore can actually pop with this, which is pretty good. The Garmor can stay, I don't really care. You know, that's the one less trigger for him to Legion back, so... Fine by me, you know, fine by me. Get another draw into another PG, that's pretty good. We've been hitting good triggers so far this game. Pretty happy about that. Alright, he goes to 5, hits a draw, 9 cards in deck. So if he uses the Garmor skill, he goes down to... He's gonna go to 8 cards in deck from drawing. -4 down to 4. He could Legion then after that, maybe. Okay, he's gonna go into Percival, so that protection skill is gone. But he'll be able to Legion back a bunch of heals, which is kind of annoying, but it's okay. Like, we're still in a pretty okay position. Star Rain puts him to 9 cards in deck, and then after that he goes to 13, Legion down to 12. Oh no, down to 11 because this calls the Blaster. Wow. Okay. Alright. I see you, buddy, I see you. Not using it again. I guess he just doesn't have any boosters in hand, but you're gonna Legion this turn, so... I feel like he's been missing out on a lot of BBLs. Like, maybe I play this deck wrong and that I'm super aggressive on BBL. Like, I'm always popping stuff. I'm like, popping Intercepts, popping, like, Dorans, like, so many key cards I want to be always popping with BBL. But, I guess he's a bit more careful with it. Oh, that's a pretty good call. See, that's why you should have used it. You had the countercharger coming. Kind of weird, but whatever. Maybe he just doesn't have a booster for this column. He doesn't want to promote the Garmor to the front. I get that. He's also running out of time, so he has to be a little bit careful here. I want 4 damage, so I'm still kind of chilling, I think. I'm gonna just eat 1 PG this turn, I think. Nothing too major. Nothing too major. Alright. Let's go. Healing again. God damn it, I have to stay on Dryon again. I just want to ride Sin Buster, man, but he's not gonna have a crit. Nor will he have, do I have Laurel? I never... Does that change anything? It does not. It does not change anything. This is still the better thing to sit on. The only problem is that I'd like to put back heals, and I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm gonna put back heals, because otherwise I think I'm dead. So what we do here is pretty clear, actually. We're gonna use Valangrator to just re-ride into this. So Counter Boss 1, Soul Boss 1. Counter Boss 1, Soul Boss 1. Ride this. And then we're gonna just re-Legion. Because we do need the heals. We do need the heals quite badly. And then we can use this to take out one of the heals and put it back into the drop zone. Let me actually take out the Legion Mate as well in case I need it later. Do I even have it in deck still? I do. Okay, that's good. Alright, then we Legion. Heal, 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 draw. That sounds about right. That sounds about right. Okay, I can play the heal game too. I can play Gans Revolution, my favorite dancing rhythm game. I can play Gans Revolution. And we can use Laurel here to just drive check a whole bunch. So that's also very nice. That might have been a mistake, actually. That might have been a mistake. I think I don't need it because that would be... I think I was reaching the power anyway. But it's alright. What I'm gonna do here is basically, like, swing with the Dryon first to try, like, check more heals. Yeah, like this. Just because, like, I do have CPUs in the hand, but no intercepts, so I'm kind of in trouble. And this way I can, like, take out a rear without doing damage, per se. So that way I'm still in heal range myself here for the second attack, which is pretty good. No, just swing with 36. It's 39, actually. It gets a bit more power. Alright, so let's go. Sweep! Alright, Urbuster and heal. Nah, draw's good too. Draw's good too. Into Urbuster, I mean, Sin Buster, sorry, that's good too. Oh, he didn't have a PG. Alright, well, he has a lot of heals in deck though, so I can imagine him checking one here. I can imagine him checking a 6 damage heal right here. Yup, alright. Knew it. Good thing I played with that in mind. That being said, though, is there a world line where he actually has... He has an ability to kill me? I'm thinking Zenith, maybe? But I think he's out of Zenith. Or is he? Oh, it's Percival again. Now, if it's just Percival, I think I'm fine. Because there's no multi-attack without Zenith. So he basically swings 3 times to face, and with that, I think I'm fine. With that, I think I'm fine with 2 PGs, and then again, if he doesn't heal again, which I'm pretty sure he will, I'll be able to Sin Buster for game. Or I'll just keep sitting on Tryon, you know, it's one or the other. Dude, how is this one game, like, as long as 2 games normally? Legion has really extended the game time. I think people thought, like, oh, Legion would be so fast, but no. It sped everything up. My man is running out of time, though. Gotta hurry up. Gotta hurry up. That time is ticking. Time is a-ticking. Can't be taking up too much. Alright, Percival. What you gonna find? What did he put back, actually? I didn't check. I'll see the call later. See the log real quick. Oh, Zenith and bunch of BBLs in the Aglavale. I think he got an Aglavale here. Yep, it's Aglavale. Makes sense, makes sense. You want to, you know, make a lot of intercepts here and then heal out of, you know, death. Zenith calls itself out. But he lacks boosters here. And time. Ooh, killing Laurel, right? I'm assuming. Boop. Yeah. But Laurel isn't that scary. Laurel isn't actually scary. Oh, he didn't heal. Hold up. He didn't actually heal. That's pretty big. Alright, another Valengrator. Let's see. I have a bunch of draws. I guess what we can do is just go into Sin Buster. Do I have Urbusters in deck? I do have 2 left. Okay, good. In that case... That's right. That is correct. Alright, once again, Soul Blast out the Legion mates just to have more triggers in the drop zone. Oh, I'm gonna have to do something kind of awkward this game, this turn. You guys will see. It'll be a bit awkward, but it's okay. Alright, Legion. Let's do that. Draw. I think we just want draws here. Just give me all the draws. I'm still pretty comfortable here. Yeah. Give me all the draws. And then we see if he has a grade 3 and a PG in hand. There's a chance. There's a chance. Gotta always keep in mind there's a chance of this thing's happening. Alright, so here... Wait, hold on. I'm gonna have to call a PG, don't I? Yeah, I have to call a PG. Alright, well, it's all or nothing. It's all or nothing here, baby. Get in there. We gotta reach that 30k power, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I thought... I knew the Miscos was a misplay there, because we didn't actually need it, because the thing there gains its own power. Alright, we draw a card. As always, it's a trigger. Alright, grade 1. We haven't seen a grade 1 at all so far, huh? Alright, does he have a grade 3 and a PG? He does not. Does he have a heal again? Must I deal another bit of damage? Oh no, now I think I lost. Now I think I lost. See, I feel like he picked up a PG at that point. That's why I went into Sin Buster, because I was like, I'm pretty sure after that 6 damage heal, he probably drew into PG because his deck was so compressed and he still had like 2 PGs in deck. So I was thinking, because his deck was so compressed, he must have drawn into PG by that time. I mean, he can call out his entire hand and show me what he has, but I'm pretty sure he had one there. Damn, that's unfortunate. Yeah, see, I was right. I was actually right about it. Yeah, that's unfortunate. I think that's just, I did everything I could. I think I did everything I could there. Even if I had kept this PG in hand, this wouldn't have saved me. Damn, that's unfortunate. 2-6 damage heals is something that happens. I think, you know, whether I won or lost that game in your hearts, that'll be a different story. So, yeah, I mean, good game. I think I played everything. I did as much as I could that game. I think there's not much I would change looking back at it. But, you know, we did what we could. Look at that. 11 damage dealt. I think... I don't know, man. 11 damage is a lot. Alright, hopefully the second game isn't as long. Alright, let's get back into it. Another Gold Paladin player, Mr. Aguman. Let's have a good game, Mr. Aguman. Okay, going second this time. Studies I can show going second. It does change a fair bit going second. This actually isn't too bad because it gives you drop. If it's my only grade 3, I might actually want to keep it in hand. It's not great, but we can put it back later, so I think I'll keep it. It's a little bit... of course we draw the other grade 3s. This always happens. I'm always like, okay, well, if I'm not going to draw any other grade 3s the entire game, which does happen sometimes, I've literally been grade stuck at times just because I mulligan back my grade 3s. I'm like, well, I guess this isn't too bad to keep, and then it ends up being very bad to keep, so GG's. Alright. This is what I mean by the Yunbot being usable early game, by the way. We'll be able to call it out early to draw bonus cards. I'm not sure if it's necessary right now, but we'll see. Laurel already checked. We only played 2, and it came in pretty handy last game. You know, kind of got to show its worth. I think last game literally showed the function of every single card in the deck. Like, honestly, if there was one time where I would have made a deck and fight with just one fight, I think that was that fight. Literally, it went on for so long I could show off everything about the deck. It's kind of crazy. That doesn't normally happen. Alright, he's going for a pretty aggressive early push, which is fine. I don't have any PGs yet, so I think I need to use a Yunbot somewhere. But then I don't think the Yunbot's only 6k, so it doesn't actually take out this thing. Let's go into this, the Blizzard. Do I want a Yunbot here, or do I want to let his Josephus live? I'll let it live, I think. Just pray for a heal or something. Draw is fine. We're seeing a lot of early triggers, though, which I'm not too happy about. I'm not exactly thrilled. TBH. TBH. Alright, I think the play here is probably still to go into this first and push him to 4 or 5, depending on how many intercepts he puts down. This, I hope, goes to the back row. Yeah, go away. I can kill him, like, I can pop it with Dryon anyway, so I'm not too worried about it. I'm assuming Aglavale is coming down. Either Aglavale or, like, Balan BBL, probably. Alright. Let's see. It's... oh, interesting. It's the 12k attacker, so he makes a pretty good column there, and he heals. So I'm probably going to... yeah, I'm going to 4 damage this turn. I need to check a heal to not do that. Yeah, it's not a heal. 4 damage on turn 2 is kind of nasty, not gonna lie. And 2 PG's gone. I think this is a losing game. I don't really see a world line in which we survive that, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe his hand is hot doo-doo butter, and we can survive. Alright, let's Soul Blast these cards out. Fill up Drop Zone for Legion. Whee! Goodbye. Alright, let me just overcall this to put the heal back too. I think that's fine. Alright. Go, Dryon. Push. Push and win, if you will, sir, please. You are formally requested to do so. Alright, we can actually get clapped back pretty hard this turn. So I go to 27 with this, right? 27, 32, that's a good number. This we can make 16 without using skill. Do I want to use skill? I might regret this. I think it's okay. What I could do... I'm just gonna call Yunbot here. And try to pop everything on the sides. I think this works. I might regret the grade 1 placements a little bit. Okay, that's not a trigger. Alright, show me more. That's a trigger, but it doesn't matter. And then we push him to 5 and heal twice. Please. Show me double heal here. Alright, pop this. I'm giving him Legion fodder, but it's fine. I don't really care. I'd rather pop his stuff. No, the PGs, man! I think I'd die just because my PGs went south. I mean, we pushed him to 5. We quite literally clapped back. We draw a card, it's not a PG. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is game. I think this is literally just like we played fine, maybe? Maybe I should have like responded to the Josephus early. Or maybe I should have just like, I don't know, called Game Studio real quick and go like, hey, stop putting PGs in my damage zone. Because I think that will lose me the game here. I have 4 healed in deck still. He's gonna Galmore into double Blaster Blade Liberator and into a Josephus. And then I'm gonna lose. So let's see. But at least then he gives me fodder for Legioning, I guess. Oh, it doesn't even need to use it. He just has it on demand. What a Chad. Alright, what a Chad. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's game. I don't see a world line, a Sekai-sen that we survive in. Kalmas 2 to call 2 is interesting. Alright, well, we tried. Even if we lost both times, I think we played some good games, so I don't really care. TBH. That's kind of my stance on these videos, is like, as long as we played good, I don't really care. You know, as long as my plays were fine, I'm like, whatever. Alright, well, defensive kind of saves me here, but I don't know if I can check it. Nah, I can't. Alright, that's going to be 6 damage heal per game. Otherwise, we pack it up, and that's going to be it for today. Alright, here we go. Is it a 6 damage heal? It's not. Yeah, there's nothing I could have done that game, I think. I did everything I could. I probably would have won next game, next turn, maybe, if he didn't have a grade 3 in hand, but it is what it is. like I said, like, I think that first game we definitely deserved to win, but 6 damage heals are part of the game, and that's something you gotta respect. And, you know, you can't really get too salty about it, because that's just how it is. So yeah, I think we played good games. I think we tried our best. We did what we could. And, you know, sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. I think the RNG wasn't really in my favor, these 2 games, but I think I showed off what the deck can do, and I'm pretty happy about that myself. So here's the list. Feel free to mess around with it. Maybe you can, you know, do better than me. Maybe RNG will be in your favor a bit more so than mine. But yeah, Metalborgs are fun. I do enjoy the deck quite a lot. It's a bit unfortunate when games like this happen, but it happens. It's the game we play, so you gotta accept it. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.